almost done with it, but I just remember thinking like Sabrina Carpenter would sound great on this song. And so I talked to my label and they were like, well, aren't you guys following each other on Instagram? Just message her. And I was like, okay, that's a little scary, but sure. So I messaged her and I was like, hey, I think you're really awesome. And I think you'd sound great on this song. Let me know what you think. And she like 10 minutes later responded and was like, hey, I think you're really awesome. Send me the song. And so I sent her the song and she fortunately loved it. And then we finished it together in the studio. And we just had a blast making it. I'm really excited for people to hear it. The one I've been recently like really into is Miley Cyrus's new album. I don't know if you've heard it or not, but I really think it's her best piece of work. And it's so awesome. Like I love it so much. I've literally listened to the whole thing through like 10 times at this point. So I would say lately Miley Cyrus's new album has been huge for me. The best kind of marker I can use for success is if I'm happy with what I'm making. And I think that I'm really happy with how season 2 is coming along on my show. I'm really happy with the music I've created and the music I'm continuing to create. And so I guess, in terms of like success and numbers, you can't really get caught up in that stuff because you'll always be disappointed. Like there's always, even if you have a really successful song, then if the next song isn't as successful, then it's like, so you really just can't get caught up in that. And I think ultimately to me, I just want to be happy and continue to be happy with what I'm making and proud of it, because that's all you can really hope for. And the only really way you can measure success. Yeah, I mean, that's so awesome. I had no idea that it was doing so well in Taiwan. That's so great. I would love to someday come to Taiwan. Obviously I can't do that right now, but I appreciate all the love and the support. And I send all that love right back to all my fans in Taiwan. And yeah, I'm really grateful for that. And I'm excited for them to hear what's coming up too. I'm really excited. I think the people who really inspired me are like Ed Sheeran and John Mayer. Ed Sheeran specifically because he's such a great songwriter and performer, and he's truly like a street musician who's really kind of made it big time. And I think I just have so much respect for him. I was honored that, it was the same producers of High School Musical produced this. And the fact that they, chose me is such an honor and so cool. But I also think that our show is unique enough that it's not really trying to recreate anything. And so in that way, I was just kind of myself, and I really incorporated a lot of myself in the character. I just try to be as authentic as possible. And I feel like you can't really go wrong if you're just being honest and authentic. I wrote it a few years ago, but a close friend of mine had been sort of, lying behind my back and saying some things about me. And somebody told me, they were like, hey, I just want to let you know, like they're saying these things about you. And I was like, that's messed up, because to my face, they were like acting like we were totally cool. And I was like, how to confront them about it. And I was just so angry. And I remember it was like 2 a.m. I was just standing in my kitchen with my guitar, and I just got angry again about the situation. And it just all kind of spilled out of me. When you put in the work and you like write a song every day, for example, all of a sudden you start getting these great ideas in the middle of nowhere, like while you're driving or at the grocery store. So there's no real specific place where I get any ideas, but I think I live by the rule of write what you're experiencing right now. And every time I do that, the song ends up being like really one of my better songs.